Hello my friends and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. A little Ukraine front update. And not only, there are some other interesting articles that I'm going to cover related to the war in Ukraine that are not really about, what's going on over there as operation tactics and strategies. So let's start with first topic, which comes from the Russians, and they claim, Russia Today claims, that the Russian forces advance on seven key positions. These battles will determine the fate of the conflict. I will go over each and one of them. Second one, the Russians claim they again liberated a village in Kharkov region, or Kharkiv, however you prefer. And that is in the most eastward oblast, or in the north of the contact line. Then we have an article from Ukr War, where they let us know that the Ukrainians evacuated residents from Sumy region, Sumy Oblast, from 38 settlements. I will show you where Sumy is and what's going on over there. It's going to be a new invasion. The Ukrainians are telling us that North Koreans provide Russia with more ballistic missiles. So that means, they provide with some help, and they're crying about it, even though the Western countries have been providing Ukraine with thousands of, I don't know if thousands, but at least hundreds of missiles to hit Russia. But hey, Russia is the aggressor, so I guess that works, right? Then we have a major attack, drone attack, and the ballistic missiles attack on Ukraine on the night of the 22nd to 23rd of January 2025. And here is a bad news for the Ukrainians and good news for others coming from Ukrainska Pravda. The commander of Ukraine's Defense Intelligence Assault Group killed in action. So this guy, very important guy, somehow was killed in action or was struck by a Russian missile somewhere. We'll find out. So let's start with the first topic. I have this article from Russia Today from the 22nd of January 2025. Russian forces advance on 7 key positions. These battles will determine the fate of the conflict. Not could or might or may. No, it will. An overview of the frontline situation, the key areas from north to south. Kursk region, Kiev's failed attack. Well, that's what they say. Then you got Toretsk and Chasov Yar. So let's go over the map. Kursk is right here, where NATO used the Ukrainians to invade Russia. The Russians are calling it a failed one because the Russians already liberated more than half of the territory that was occupied, I think, by the Ukrainians, according to some Russian sources. Then you got, he said, Toretsk and Chasov Yar, which is right here. So the first one is here. I'm surprised they don't talk about Kupiansk right here in Kharkov, but they go to Chasov Yar and Toretsk. Chasov Yar is right here, Toretsk is here. Then probably the next one is going to be Pokrovsk right here. Let's see. Exactly, Pokrovsk. Encirclement in progress. So this is Pokrovsk, and they're going to encircle it, which on the other map looks like this. They're going to go around Pokrovsk. Then, and here in Toretsk, the Russians are fighting urban warfare right here. Then we got Kurakovo. Kurakovo is south of Pokrovsk, which was already conquered. So remember, Pokrovsk is right here. Kurakovo is right here by this reservoir, water reservoir, dam. This is Kurakovo. It was already taken, occupied, liberated, however you want to call it, by the Russians. And then says broader strategic observations. So nothing south of that. I don't see Kupiansk at all. So again, let's look over the ones that these guys mentioned. So the first one they mentioned was in Kursk. The second one, it was here, Chasov Yar with Toretsk. Then it was here with Pokrovsk. Then it was Kurakovo. Is that 7? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, it was not 7. That's the end of the article. But broader strategic. So they used Kurakovo, right? They used Pokrovsk. Mirnograd, encirclement progress. So this is the one that is right here. Pokrovsk, and they're going to go like this. Mirnograd like this and go like this. So probably they're going to consider it two of them. Then we got Toretsk, Chasov Yar. First steps towards Konstantinovka. And then it was Kursk region. So these are where the war is going to be decided according to these guys, to the Russians. But nothing here in Kherson. I thought Odessa must be taken. And Sumy is right here. That's where the evacuation is going to be. It is already right here. Evacuations of residents from 38 settlements in Sumy region completed, according to Ukrinform. This is from the 22nd. All residents were evacuated from 38 settlements of the Konotop and Shotska districts in the Sumy region. It says 38 settlements from which people have completely moved out, and these settlements have been handed over to the armed forces. So they took out the civilians and they put the military. And then I say, well, the Russians destroyed Artemovsk, or they destroyed this and that. Why? Who's over there? But why is it? Why is that? Why did they move? Ready for a Russian invasion? We are nearing the completion of these evacuation measures today. However, there are still many settlements where people remain. So they are ready, seems to be, an invasion in Sumy. Is Sumy where this invasion failed? Could be. Could be. That means they are ready for these Russians to show up to Sumy, the city. Next one. Sputnik. Ukraine loses up to 630 soldiers as Russia liberates another village in Kharkov region. Well, Kharkov region is where this guy did not mention it in the Seven Sons of the Seven Sun. Did you know that Iron Maiden song? Seven Son of the Seven Sun. Well, it's a vampire. The seventh son born out of the seventh son is a vampire. Seven Son of the Seventh Son. And Bruce Dickinson, obviously. So Kupiansk right here. These guys are getting towards it. Listen to that song. I love it. Not that I love it, it's a beautiful song. So let's see. Russian central group of forces have eliminated Tsap. The enemy did this, did that, Rupa Tsupa, and they liberated that Zapadnoye. Russian forces to control Zapadnoye in Kharkov region. Well, that's what they say. What can you do right here? This is the Zapadnoye. This is from the 19th. Even if I how do you call it, refresh it, is not going to give me, but still the 19th. But hey, no worries, I'm gonna get you to another how do you call it, another site where they have an up. Usually they have a better up, not usually, always have a better update than this. So let's put 2025 January. Oh, they have the 21st only? No, 21st, we don't like 21st of January. Okay, so we're just gonna try to go to see if these guys show us that town occupied or liberated by the Russians. All right, it's gonna be a little bit ugly, but what can you do? So this is Kupiansk front right here, and that town was, all right, I have to figure out. So even with this site that is on the 22nd of January, now we're on 23rd, this is the little town that the Russians claim they liberated or conquered, however we want to call it. I don't know if that's accurate, but the Russians state they did it right here. And this is north of Kupiansk. Let's see if it is going to work. This is very sensitive site. Right here is Kupiansk. That's why I like this site better. So this is the town these guys say they occupied. Next one. Ukrinform. DPRK, Democratic People's Republic of Korea, to transfer 150 more short-range ballistic missiles to Russia this year. So they're going to send more. So they already sent, they transferred, that's how I read it, to transfer 150 more short-range ballistic missiles. I don't know if that's true, but here is another article from the Ukrainians, North Korea to deliver at least 150 ballistic missiles and artillery to Russia in 2025. So they will deliver at least 150, but the other one it says 150 more. Anyway, this I don't know if that's true or not, but these guys are claiming the North Koreans are going to give Russians some KN-23 short-range ballistic missiles to Russia. What does that mean? That means you West give us more so we can hit inside Russia. See, they're doing, even though these guys have been doing this for 3 years already. All right, let's go to the next article with a Russian missile and drone attack on Ukraine. According to Ukrainska Pravda, 23rd of January 2025, Russia attacks Ukraine with ballistic missiles and drones overnight. Air defense downs 57 drones, 27 disappear from radar. This is the evidence right there if you have any doubt. Russia launched a large-scale attack on Ukraine on the night of 22 to 23 January using 92 attack drones, of which 57 were shot down by Ukrainian defenses. In addition, 27 decoy drones disappeared from radar and 3 remaining in the air. So the drones were launched from where? Milerovo, Oriol, Kursk, Bryansk, Primorsko-Akhtarsk. These are located. So they launched from Bryansk, Oriol, Kursk, northeast. Then you got here is Milerovo in this area, and then Primorsko-Akhtarsk is right here across from the Sea of Azov. So south, kind of southeast. Then you got East Milerovo, and you got northeast and north. All right, let's see what they attacked. They destroyed over Poltava, Sumy, Kharkiv, Chernihiv, Mykolaiv, Kherson, Zaporozhye, and Dnipropetrovsk. All this in the east. So they attacked these areas. Chernihiv, Sumy, Kharkiv, Dnipropetrovsk, Kherson, Mykolaiv. So this like the Fertile Crescent in Ukraine. Let's see what else. They don't tell us about anything about missiles. All right, here. Unfortunately, the city of Zaporozhye was attacked by enemy ballistic missiles, plural. Companies, institutions, apartment blocks, and homes were allegedly all damaged or destroyed. So where's Zaporozhye? The town Zaporozhye is right here. Exactly here. So this is Zaporozhye Oblast, and Zaporozhye is on the Dnipro River banks. This is where the Russians attacked with ballistic missiles. All right, and now let's see. Ukrainian air defenses take down 57 drones of Russia targets and energy facilities. And then you got this last article. According to Ukrainska Pravda, commander of Ukraine's defense intelligence assault group killed in action. There he is. Colonel Kostiantin Nelson Zhuk, a commander of assault units and former battalion commander, was killed in action in May 2024. Voli. Right? And this is from 1 day ago. So they tell us now only, while covering a retreat by his commanders in Vovchansk, Kharkiv Oblast. He was 68. 68? Jesus Christ, people. Bratstvo, a special unit of defense intelligence of Ukraine. Andriy quote from Bratstvo, despite his respectable age. Respectable age? Okay. He joined the DUI Bratstvo battalion after the start of the full-scale invasion war. He was in charge of several units for recruiting foreign volunteers. Mercenaries or volunteers? He took part in managing the defense of Snake Island, a Romanian Snake Island. He was killed in Vovchansk as an assault group commander, covering a retreat by his commanders. Well, 68. Some people is too early. Some people say it's too early. Some people say it's about right. Some people is too late. I don't think it's ever too late. But hey, this is the good deal we were given. I disagree with that one. I claimed eternal life. All right, my friends, this is a little update from the Ukraine front. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.